Hey guys, welcome to the first Just How It Is podcast.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm Josiah.
This is Gerald on the mic.
I'm Diego,
Hey guys, I'm Georgie.
and then we got some.
And I'm
we got some people. We got some people here today.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Wu Ming on the beat over here. All right, yeah. And we got Skylar rolling papers right now.
Smoking weed and shit.
You know,
but
daily. Just how it is.
Just how it is.
Just to
for
go through the
real.
podcast.
Yes, and this is the Just How It Is podcast. Josiah, tell us a little bit about Just How It Is.
So, just how it is it's a community, it's a way of thinking, it's kind of like a philosophy. Just how it is like you just go with the flow. You're in control of yourself, but sometimes you can't control the things around you, so that's just how it is, and that's a lifestyle right there. And that's what we're trying to promote to people. It's just how it is. That's life.
Life's life,
Life is
Exactly.
life. That's just how it goes. For real.
We're gonna have some segments about just people and people's stories. Everybody's human,
Yeah. Everyone's human. Everyone has their own way of thinking.
Exactly.
Everyone has their own experiences, and we really want to dwell into it. And
Hopefully some people can relate.
Yeah. Some people can relate, some people cannot. But it's all about learning new things.
Exactly.
And
It's
we
always
love
a story.
Right. Always a story.
A group of young kids just doing their thing,
Right.
Living life.
So Georgie, tell me what's the story that defines you? What's something that you can really put into place that really says who you are, a story behind it, one specific instance.
Oh my God. A story.
An experience.
An experience.
Or you can talk.
Oh my God, this is hard.
You can talk about your dancing and kind of the situation you're in now and why.
Why do you enjoy dancing so much?
Oh, I guess I could say, I'm a dancer, and I feel like growing up dancing, I was around a lot of good dancers, and so I never got my spotlight, and that's fine, it's okay to be in the shadows and finally get your spotlight, but you just gotta know when the time comes, you'll know. And so, I had a rocky year here and there, went through some sad times, but we all do. Made it through, and I kept fighting, and now I'm a dance teacher in downtown San Francisco. That's right.
It's just how it is.
It's just how it is,
Just
So
worked out.
you think dancing is do you think dancing is I'd say a stress reliever for you, or
An
just
outlet.
an outlet?
It's an outlet.
Mm.
We all got our thing. Josiah, he got music. We got, Diego, he loves surfing. Gerald, he do photography. Wu and Skylar got their own thing. And so, yeah, everyone got their own thing, and dance is definitely mine. So, I don't know. Feeling good in my body is just one thing that makes me happy.
You got dance soon, huh?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, I do.
You about to teach a class, huh?
She's
About to
teaching
teach a
concerts.
class, guys, at 7:45 every Monday. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's
Promo,
beautiful.
though.
Hey, you gotta
Promo,
promote yourself.
yeah.
That's beautiful. That
Putting
is
in the
beautiful.
work.
So
Alright,
let's see. Next person who wants to tell us about
let's,
a story.
Let's do the host real quick. Let's introduce ourselves.
Oh, facts.
What year we are? What's our major?
All right.
You know,
Go ahead, Diego.
you want me to go first?
Yes,
All right.
please.
Well, I'm Diego. You guys already.
Yeah, Diego
You already
the
know.
boy. Diego the boy.
I'm a third year. San Francisco State electrical engineering is my major. Always surfing, but in SF, we're working on this podcast now.
Right.
So excited.
Yeah, the creative thing. So love that.
All right, let's hear from the creative director.
So that is me,
The
Josiah.
CD.
The CD, Josiah Somerville. I was born and raised in Seattle, but I've had experience living in Atlanta. I moved out here for college. I'm currently a second year. First year because I failed my last semester, but we don't really got to go into that. But
We don't gotta talk about
I
that.
say I'm a sophomore because I was gonna graduate early and stuff, but now I can't. But yeah, like I said, I'm Josiah. I'm just trying to get things off the ground, be more creative in my way of thinking.
Mr. Fashion Icon.
Are you a fashion icon?
Well, you created Just How It Is.
I did.
And
create,
what is Just How It Is? How did it start?
Designer.
What was it? It's a clothing brand.
So
What made you get the idea of that motto?
Just How It Is.
Tell us.
So I think one day I was on a date with this girl, And, you know, just going with the flow, just having a normal date, chilling. And then she took pictures of me. And at first I was like a little self-conscious, like, oh, nah, you don't gotta take no pictures of me. Like, I'm good off that. I don't really want to take pictures. But she's like, it's cool, like, it doesn't matter, like, you know, you're just taking pictures. So I was like, for sure. And then I posted it on Instagram, and my caption was just how it is.
Ooh.
And then
That caption, though.
that really resonated with me, because I was like, because it is just how it is. Like, fuck it, who cares if I post these pictures? Who cares how I look? Like, that's just how it is, nigga. That's who I am.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how that's like what kind of clicked the just how it is. Before that, I've always had an idea of like starting a brand and just having my own shit, but I didn't know like what I wanted to name it. So I just thought just how it is would be great, because it goes with like everything.
Exactly.
And
You knew.
it
just
basically off that I knew. I was
Yeah.
like, this is it, just how it is for
It's
us.
you.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, let's hear from
Let's
Gerald.
let's hear from Gerald Ballots.
Mr. Gerald.
So
Give
my
us
name is
something.
Gerald. I was born.
Gerald.
That's me. That is me, Gerald. I was born in San Francisco. I lived in the Philippines for 10 years. Just moved back a couple years ago, 5 years to be exact. I am now a second year at SF State, majoring in kinesiology, trying to be a PT. You know, love into sports. Always played sports growing up. But now my hobbies would be fashion and photography. I love modeling. I love taking pictures. It's always been a passion. I love the community, the people I meet on the way. And that industry, you just meet a lot of people who have the same ideas and mindset as you. And, you know, it's just a big passion of mine. I love meeting new people, love getting new ideas.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about you, you're like very open with people when you first meet them. And
Very.
something that I struggle with is like opening up to new people I meet, because like, I don't know, I just don't want them to know all the information. But I think that's a great thing that you're able to be like that, like really be yourself when you're meeting new people. And like some people, they put on fronts, like, oh, like they try to act hella good or social, but like in reality they're not. You know what I'm saying? And you can totally tell the fakeness. But like for you, it feels like you're always real. Like you're always being your own person.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
So touching.
Honestly.
So
Super
cute.
So,
touchy.
That was sweet. Wow. Wow.
You know, but
Speechless.
But
Damn.
there's been some experiences where I was like,
we had our ups and downs.
Yeah.
And our ups and downs.
I was just saying, y'all
You
were
guys,
fighting.
everybody listening to this
5 minutes ago.
podcast, everybody in this podcast will hear all about the ups and downs, you know?
oh yeah.
Because everybody has them, you know? And
Yeah.
I feel like this podcast is really meant for people to see.
And
That, like,
this is
Open up.
just
We're all-
this is just a podcast where, you know, there's no hidden curtains. You know, it's
Just
all
friends talking, honestly.
Everyone's
Chilling.
being real.
Here.
Everyone wants to listen. Everyone wants to learn. Not even learn, just like reiterate new experiences or old experiences.
Yeah.
Just relive those moments and.
And hopefully you guys learned something from this podcast and turn into something.
This podcast is for the people. you
For
know?
the people.
For the people.
Just
Just
show
how it
everybody
is, the
the-
community.
Exactly.
Y'all
All right,
gonna love us. Be cool.
let's hear from our guest. Who wants to go first?
Woo, you want to go ahead?
Oh, I guess I'm going. Okay, my name's Wu, which is short for Wu Ming. I was born in the Philippines, but I've lived in California my whole life. And now I live in San Francisco for college. I don't really know what I want to be when well, I guess I am kind of grown up now, but when I'm like grown up. I guess now I'm just like exploring different passions and just, I don't know, becoming my own adult.
That's great. That's great to hear. Skylar?
One sec. We're running off of 2 mics right
Yeah,
now.
it's a little ghetto, but it's
It's a
cool.
little good. But everybody starts somewhere. You know?
Right.
Exactly.
It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
the beginning.
We'll trust us, and maybe in a couple weeks we'll get a little more sorted out. but
Right.
This is just to make sure that we're on track.
we
you know?
on track.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
on track. But
All right,
Skylar, let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm a first year. I go to City College in San Francisco. I've lived here my whole life, but I kind of grew up in the suburbs. My parents were divorced, so it was like a 50-50 type thing. I work at a veterinary hospital right now. I want to be a veterinarian when I'm older, and then I want to sell weed on the side.
Oh my god, that's so cool. You didn't tell us that you were a vet.
Oh, no, I'm not a
Or like you were working in a
Yeah,
veterinary
my
hospital.
official title is veterinary assistant, but I basically work as a veterinary technician. I just don't take x-rays. So I can assist in monitoring while a patient's under anesthesia. I can take cases. It's pretty interesting. It's really stressful, but that's what I want to do when I'm older.
What made you into that type of
Industry, that field.
I've always loved animals. Fun fact, I was born on Earth Day. So, yeah.
So she loved the earth.
I started volunteering at the San Francisco Zoo when I was 12. And then I got an internship at the aquarium of the Bay when I was 16, I think. And then I got this job, which I love, even if it is very chaotic.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like, you're able to know your fucking what you want to do at such a young age. Like, you were born on Earth Day, so like that kind of set it in motion.
Yeah.
But like after that, you worked at a zoo, and then got a job at an aquarium. Like, some people just go to a different job that's like completely different. But
Yeah.
you stayed in the same field.
I
which
love
is, like,
animals, yeah.
It's very cool.
It's really important to involve yourself into something you love and not something that's forced.
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's not about the money, I'd say. I mean,
Oh,
part
it kind of is.
Part of it.
This city is hella expensive.
part of
It
it.
definitely is money.
Part of it, of course, is the money. I mean, living in San Francisco is not easy. It is not easy. Of course, it's
hard.
known to be one of the most expensive places in the States to live in.
But it's the
But
best.
it's the best. You know, there's a
City.
lot.
It's one
There's
of the
a,
best cities.
it's a lot of opportunities.
Nah, SoCal's
you know.
Is it the best though?
SoCal's so much better. SoCal's so much better.
No.
No.
Well, not all of it.
Okay,
Does he
debate.
like the
SoCal
beaches?
or
Do you think
Bay?
he likes the
The
beach?
amount of homeless people in the city.
There is more.
There's homeless people everywhere. Come
Yeah.
on, whatever.
Nah.
Even
Compared.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, does everybody got a homeless story? Like a homeless person story? Good or
I'm
bad?
friends with all the homeless people on H Street.
You're
I
friends
with all of them?
all of them. I got hella pictures
proud
and
of
shit.
you.
What the hell?
Yeah, I used to go down like every day to hang out and smoke with them.
What
and
the-
like I've seen their puppies
I
grow
know you're
up
at
from
the-
That's
like
so sick.
little
Just
puppies
sounds like
to like
you
full grown dogs.
See, I found it crazy that Georgie
Oh.
told me this. She be interacting with them, like talking to them, and like I thought that shit was crazy. Like, why are you interacting with strangers? But I mean, I can understand why. You're just trying to be nice.
They respect me
No,
too.
they're
They do.
people. They're people
Yeah.
too. They
Because they
have
want to
their own
talk to you.
stories.
Because when you walk
Yeah.
past them, it's just like everyone walks past them, but they don't acknowledge them. They just want to know that they exist as a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some
I
of
feel
So
them
if I say
are.
hi,
I
it's
feel
nice.
like we nowadays people, we stereotype homeless people as crazy and like, you know, like we don't.
Drug addicts and all these
But
tweakers.
like, you know, there's still people too in this universe, and like, not everyone should be
My bad.
stereotyped that way or seen that way. You know, it's
Yeah.
Don't judge the book. by its cover.
Definitely not all homeless people are tweakers.
How
but
do we
like,
get on this homeless topic?
but you can totally tell when someone's a tweaker, you know, and sometimes like you don't want to interact with them, and and you know, it's just sad. Yeah, it is sad. Like, they're in that position and they want to be acknowledged as humans, and like they are humans. Like, we're not disregarding that. It's just
Sometimes they're treated as less.
yeah,
Less
yeah.
they're definitely treated as less, which fucking sucks. But also, in my opinion, they put themselves in that situation. But there's also
there's the percentage where they just had bad circumstances.
exactly.
But in other sense,
but majority of the sense is just like literally right outside the street. There's like a whole block dedicated.
we're right outside Civic Center.
Yeah.
As you know, which is highly close to the Tenderloin, and I don't know if you guys have seen the news, but Tenderloin's pretty crazy.
Oh my God! Right next to Tenderloin.
Oh, Georgie's heading out. She's gonna say bye to you.
Bye,
Georgie
y'all.
and Wu.
Gotta teach. You already know.
Yeah,
It's always a
maybe I'll
pleasure.
see
Always
you
a
guys
pleasure.
later.
Bye.
See you later.
Have fun, y'all.
See you later. Bye, Jeremy.
Bye, Will. You have a good one.
Bye, Will.
If y'all still want to
Have
hang
fun.
later, I'm down.
Okay.
Bye, Wu.
If you're here, I don't know.
Nice seeing you.
Maybe.
I'll be back in like an hour.
Always a
See
pleasure,
ya.
Georgiana.
See ya.
Good
See
seeing ya.
I try smoking the joint this way.
Oh, that's what's up.
Can you?
I'm getting pretty good airflow. I think I can.
You
I'm gonna
definitely
fucking piss myself.
Oh no, don't do that.
Anyways, don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, see y'all later.
Peace out.
Alrighty.
shit.
Back to it.
Back to it. So,
How about, do you guys want to like just do a quick story about us, kind of, so they can kind of see what we're going to be doing with other people when we meet? All right, so every podcast we're going to try to have a little segment about everybody's human, because everybody's got a story, you know. Just kind of showing that like we're all somebody, you know, because the world
all voices should be.
You know, there's so many people in this world, and some of their stories will never be heard. So I kind of want everybody to be able to hear some stories of some people that we're gonna meet. It's gonna be completely random, or just some friends that we have. You know, if you know, we're gonna put a Google Forms down below, and I think it's a good idea.
Join, let us know.
Just if you live in the San Francisco area, or if you know one of us, just reach out.
Yeah, hit us up. Like, we'll be happy to do a little podcast.
Yeah, exactly, and it'd be so much fun just hearing from people, you know, because that's what we want the most. We want it for the people, by the people, you know.
We just want everyone to just be happy, you know. Like, there's no reason to. I mean, there could be a reason to think negatively, but like we try and sorry, totally wrong word, but we try to like.
We're gonna beat you up if you don't give us a story.
We just try and focus on the positive things, thinking a positive light.
Not even positive, just the real.
Just real.
Yeah,
real.
You can't force positivity all the time. Sometimes it's real, you know.
Yeah, you just gotta be. We're just forcing. Fuck, I use that word again.
We're gonna beat your ass.
If you're not happy, fuck you. How about that? Nah, but
Sounds like a personal problem.
Sounds like a personal problem.
No,
but yeah, we're here just to spread
spread what needs
realism.
to be spread.
Realism.
Spread what needs to be spread, you know?
Right.
'Cause a lot of things are still silent and they can't be silent.
Right. So
everybody needs to be heard.
So Diego, tell me about a story that defines you.
A story that defines me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going first.
Okay, go ahead. Go in.
All right.
Go in. Come on. I know you got one.
Shit. Should I talk about the fires? Should that be my story?
If that's what
you know.
What's something that resonates.
I think this
with
is
you?
a really real topic. I mean, I don't know how many people can like relate because it's California. A lot of people have dealt with wildfires, but my house was in the wildfire, and it was crazy. You guys want like an in-depth story? Or you just want like a
what you really.
What I learned from it?
Yeah, what you learned from it. Exactly.
I'll get into it. I'll try to keep it like, I'll try to keep it short, you know?
Yeah,
but details matter.
Yeah, details do matter. Just do it however you like to, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever just comes to mind, just speak your mind.
All right, let's do it. So, back in like, I want to say 2017, 2018, there was these really big wildfires in SoCal called the Thomas Fires. It started at Thomas Aquinas University. It was really bad. So yeah, it was a normal day, you know. Sorry about the baby crying.
The baby in the back.
It's in another sound room.
It's okay.
It's okay. It adds
character.
Adds emotion.
Adds some character to the podcast.
I was a baby when it happened. No, I'm just kidding. I was about like 16. I want to say. I think I turned 16 like recently. And it was a normal day. We knew there was a fire in Santa Paula, which is really. I'm from Ventura. It's really close to Ventura, and. But we didn't think much of it, you know. It just like it was. Oh, it's a wildfire. It's not gonna hit my house. Like there's no way. Like, it's probably gonna go around if anything. Mm-hmm. So we took the day normally. We kept losing power throughout the day, but it was nothing crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And I went to sleep. We didn't have power. My phone was at like 10% because I couldn't charge my phone. My mom's was at like I think 30, and then my dad's and my little sisters were. I'm pretty sure they were dead. So we had no way of communicating with people really.
Right.
So we go to sleep like it's nothing. Like you can see the haze of the fire, but you can't.
Outside your window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so I live on like this hillside, and you can kind of like
see a spread.
You can see, but like, you can't see flames. You can just see red.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't look like it's close. So we go to sleep like if it's nothing. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Normal,
you know.
Yeah.
And at 10 o'clock we get a phone call from my uncle. My mom gets a phone call. My phone's at like 3% now. It's about 10:30, and my mom, I like wake up because it's kind of sketchy because like power keeps going off. It's kind of hard to sleep, you know, just feeling something. So my mom gets this call, and it's from my uncle, and he's like, "Yo, the fire's like right outside your guys' house. It looks like." He lives in Oxnard. Oxnard is about like the city right below Ventura, but you can see the hillside from.
Oh, because you're on the hills.
Yeah, so you can see the hillside that I live on from Oxnard.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, it looks really close. And my mom's like, I don't know. There's like hills, like there's mountains behind that.
Yeah.
We're just on the hill.
Right.
And but he's like, just go outside and check. It's like better. It's safer to check, you know.
Right.
And we go out. My mom goes outside. And she's like, oh my god. Me and my dad go outside, and we see the fire at the top of the hill.
Fuck.
Like flames.
Right next to your house. Or like not right next, but like
I can see flames.
yeah,
like, I can see
close
fire, like
fat flames.
fat flames. Like,
Okay.
Oh, like as tall as a building. It was crazy.
Damn,
Like,
tall as a building.
It was roaring.
Damn.
But it was
okay.
It was silent. It was quiet, but you can see it.
Yeah. So
It
that's
was
why you
silent,
just
but-
didn't really know
And
what was really going
in that
on.
moment, you're like,
Yeah.
holy, like these, like there's houses that are about to burn down at the top of my hill.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not on the top. I'm like kind of middle.
Yeah.
Middle of the hill, and at the top is like flames.
Fuck.
I'm like, then you just fight or flight. You know? It's
Yeah.
like
What do you do? Like,
yeah,
what do you
that's-
do in that situation?
So I remember the first thing I did, I ran to my little sister because like she was losing it. She was having a crazy panic attack, and the first thing I did was like, I need to take care of my little sister.
There you go.
I want to say like 11. I want to say 11, and she's like, but I remember being in her shoes when I was younger, and like she was flailing, like terrified. So first thing I do, I calm her down, like everything's gonna be okay. Just go to the car, get what you need, like just book it. And she's
Right.
like, okay. I calmed her down. She was able to like breathe and get to the car. She made it to the car. She got like I think her stuffed animal and
Yeah.
I think a pair of clothes. But
Yeah.
and then first thing I did, I ran to my dad. I'm like, what do you need me to grab? Like this is the most like I was so like
This is when you like turned into a man.
I was like locked in. I was like, all right, I need to help.
Right.
The first time I've ever like done this. I'm usually like panicky.
Right.
Like I'm gonna run away, but this time I was like, no, like
You had
gotta
to
do
step up.
something.
You had to
yeah.
step
So
up.
my dad was like, just start grabbing like,
As much as you can.
Yeah. So luckily we have our like memories all in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all have our own little like like a moving box.
Like
Kinda, it's plastic.
like a what's it called? A time capsule.
Kind it's like a bin. Yeah, it's a big bin
with all your old
yeah,
stuff.
and we all kept it in our closet. First thing I did, I grabbed my little sister's. I grabbed mine. I grabbed my stuffed animal that I had since I was a baby.
There you go.
And then I grabbed some memorabilia of mine. Right after that, I ran back to my dad. I'm like, what do you need me to grab? He was like, just grab anything that's like important to us. We didn't grab any technology. We didn't grab anything that was like materialistic. We just grabbed anything that meant something to us. Like our pets, of course. Our pets were the first one in, and then our memorabilia was next. Important documents.
Yeah.
And then I remember I struggled for like 5 to 10 minutes trying to. My dad was a veteran. He was a Marine, and he has a big box, super heavy, of just his ex-military stuff. And he said, "Let it burn." And I was like, "I can't let you do that." So I freaking huffed and I puffed to get that in the car, and I squeezed that in, and I'm so happy that I did that, you know. And now I remember doing that, and then some random stuff, like I grabbed a random pair of socks. Like I don't even know what I grabbed. It was so random, but I just remember
Your adrenaline was just rushing.
yeah, you just grab random stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like you don't have time to think.
Yeah.
You just gotta
Just
grab
go.
and go, grab
Just
and
go.
go, just get
Right,
out of here.
Right.
And
And
yeah,
then, but you made it out though, right?
We made it out.
Like,
We
where
had-
did you
we-
guys go after? Like,
my mom was calling my grandma with the amount of battery she had.
Yeah.
My phone died because I was using it as a flashlight. Cause
it was hella smoky in there. Huh?
It was pitch black and just smoke and flames, you know.
That's fucking scary.
So yeah, you just gotta got your phone, flashlight. It survived for us. Shout out Apple for that. It stayed on for I want to say like most of the night.
Right, when it's on 1%, that shit stay on for like hella long.
It felt like 15 minutes, but I think we're there. We had a good hour to. We had time, but it was
Okay.
just scary because
Yeah.
you can see flames.
Time
you know.
crunch, right.
Like, it looks like you're gonna die. It looks like the end of the day.
So, did you see your house burn down, or did you just?
No,
like,
it was on the news. We saw it. It was our house was pretty safe. It was good. It wasn't like completely like burnt to the ground. If that's what you guys were thinking,
Yeah.
it didn't burn all the way down, but like my room got charred up. The whole roof got charred up. Our garage burned down.
Yeah,
our
see?
garage of the house burned down. Our main beam was burnt.
That's fucked.
Everything was smoke damaged. Like clothes were charred, you know, from ash, and
Crazy.
all the homes around us burnt.
Wow.
We were
so
lucky.
your house was like the survivor.
My neighbors on both sides, kinda, and then the ones in front of me were untouched.
That's crazy.
But mine and then my two neighbors on the side of us were burnt. Like just like burnt, but not burnt to the ground.
Yeah,
Just my
yeah.
garage was like pretty
right.
damaged, like really bad.
Damn, bro, that's a crazy story.
Yeah, so I think that memory like showed me what's real and like, kind of what's important to you.
Yeah, because you didn't grab the technology. You just
People like, I think that's why I'm not on my phone as much anymore, because I realize that like that world's not important. Like I don't need my phone to survive. It's
Right.
like kind of memories that I make, and I'd rather make memories and keep a memorabilia rather than
just like trying to find new memories all the time when you're like
you know,
looking
like,
at shit on Instagram.
Exactly.
Or
Like I kind of just realized technology is not that important.
That's beautiful.
At the end of the day.
That is beautiful.
So I think that's my
that's
my
great.
story. You know, I think that's really what like made me who I am.
That's
and
what
kinda
yeah.
I opened. There's been many other stories.
Yeah,
but that one. That
Probably
one was
the
good.
main one. That's some real shit.
But
yeah.
it's so funny because like I think of it as nothing because everybody in Ventura had that story, and then I come to San Francisco and I'm like casually I'm like, oh yeah, my house burned. Like what? I'm like, wait, like that doesn't happen. I'm like, oh, you want to hear then?
And then you can talk about it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Gerald, what about
Gerald,
you?
you got or do you want to breathe? I know Jay's got a story for sure.
Yeah,
right now.
okay.
You got one on deck because we talked about this stuff a little bit.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
it's-
I guess I'll tell you about my little story that kind of, I'd say like opened my eyes. But so one day, I think junior year, so like 3 years ago, I had got invited to go jump off a bridge, but like into the river.
You're in Seattle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was in Seattle. Well, like the outskirts of Seattle, like
Yeah.
the fucking mountains and shit. But I was in Washington. I got invited out to go jump off bridges, like a little 30 feet. It's not like super high or nothing.
Okay.
And then, but I'm just not the type to be jumping into water, especially if it's cold. So I'm just like, yeah, fuck that.
Were you gonna just like kick it? And
Yeah, I was just kicking it, smoking, drinking, like shotgunning beers and shit with like my white friends. Cause actually, I was with my friends that I usually hang out with, but there's a whole bunch of white people there. And then one of my other friends, his name is Max. He was on my lacrosse team. He decided to jump from the very top of the bridge, which is 60 feet, so you have to like climb to it. And he decides to do a gainer, and he's done it plenty of times. Like he's done it before. He's always
It was nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. So we're like, oh, all right, bet, let's do it. Like hyping him up, and he did it. He did a little gainer, but the thing was, he landed straight on his face, like on the water. 60 feet. That means it's like concrete. Like 60 feet and you land into water, it feels
No
like you're
gravity, like-
landing on concrete. Like you can survive if you're going like a needle, but like landing straight on your face, you probably I'm pretty sure he got knocked out. But
The physics behind that is more surface area that hits the water.
facts though. No, but so
Science rules.
but this is the fucked up part. So he landed on his face, and we're like, oh, he's fine. Like we just all waited for him to come back up. Never came back up. So we're like, oh, I bet we gotta go find him. So 2 people jumped in. No one could find him because it was in a river. So we thought he floated downstream, but he was in the same spot. But I'll get later into that. So everyone's like panicking. Everyone's stressing out. They're like, call the cops. And I was like, I'm already on it. Like I called the cops probably as soon as he hit the
You just knew to.
He hit the water, never came up after like 10 seconds. And I was like, oh, something bad definitely happened. Like my heart dropped. So I called the cops. I was like, look, I think someone's drowning. Like he landed in the water, never came back up. Like we need you guys here ASAP. And like hella cops came, hella ambulance came. Probably like
Did like a dive crew? Like
yeah, dive crew came in. Maybe like an hour later, they found him in the same spot, and unfortunately, he passed away. Like when they found him, he was still like warm blooded. Like he was still like flowing.
But it was
He was just in the water for too long, and unfortunately, he didn't make it. And like after that, I didn't really think too much of it because I was like, damn, I just experienced someone dying.
This is very
like
overwhelming.
right in front of you.
Yeah, it was super overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really think about it. Like, it was fucking life-changing. But then, like, his parents had him, like, a little, not going away, but, like, a little get-together for him at their house. And then I realized, like, damn, I feel like he was actually a genuine friend because he would always, like, take me to school in the morning or drop me off at home, or he would take me to lacrosse practice when I played lacrosse. And, like, I was cool with this kid, but I wouldn't, like, consider him, like, my best friend or nothing. But he was just, like, out of kindness.
He was there for you.
Yeah, he was there for me.
He was just a genuinely
Yeah,
good person.
just a genuine good person. And after that meeting at his parents' house, I realized, like, damn, I felt like I should have been more appreciative for the man. Like I didn't say thank you for driving me like all these times. Like I always said thank you, but like I never really like meant it. Like because I knew I just
like it was like fully sincere. Like,
yeah, it wasn't
like,
a full sincere
like,
thank
I
you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
so,
I just said, oh, thanks for driving me home. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
And then after that, like that meeting, it changed my whole perspective on how I approach people and how I want to like have people in my life. Like I want to show them appreciation and like not say take advantage of him, because like I felt like I was taking advantage of him because I wasn't showing my appreciation because he was driving me home and shit. But after that I realized like I got to be more appreciative for the people I have around me, because who knows what's gonna happen. Like some shit like that could have happened, and it just really broke me down when it happened, when I realized that. But now it just resonates with me. Now I realize like, you know, just keep the real ones with you, just show your appreciation, and like always just trying to have a good time and show them like
your gratitude.
My gratitude,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it right there. That's kind of like the story that kind of resonates with me.
Kinda
that
stuck with you.
That stuck with me. That
Yeah.
kind of defined like how I look at things, and it's pretty deep. Pretty deep to me. Yeah, but he was a cool kid. You know, he was like the popular kid
What was
at
his name?
school. His name was Max.
Max.
Yeah, rest in peace. But you know, I also used to think like he was like stuck up because he was a rich ass white kid. He had an elevator in his house.
Wow.
He had like a big ass house, and I'd go over there like every other weekend because he'd invite me. But then sometimes he would throw parties, and I didn't get invited. I was like, you know, and at the time I was like, man, what the fuck? He's fake
I
as
thought
fuck.
that was my homie. Yeah.
Right, you know. But I realized like that shit doesn't even fucking matter because he's still done a lot for me, and I wish I could have showed him some more appreciation. And then that's when I realized like, man, I don't give a fuck if I get invited to parties. Like, I'ma still be cool with them no matter what.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If they're a cool person, might as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they're a cool person, I might as well stick with them, show them my appreciation, and just like, if they want to come up with me, they can. If they go their separate ways, they go their separate ways. But just know, like, we'll always be cool if we ever see each other again, type shit.
Just how it is.
Just how it is.
Just how it is.
Thank you. Thank
Exactly.
you.
All right.
Yeah, so that's the story that kind of defines
It's a
me.
beautiful story.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's crazy how you can take something super sad and like. It's crazy how you can like take something super sad and like kind of grow off of it.
Right. Yeah. Some people like.
You didn't let it eat you. You kind of just.
Yeah.
Turned it into like, well, what can I do better now that I don't have the chance with it?
Exactly.
That was all. That's cool.
That's what something I try to like show people, like, you know, just fight your battles. Don't have it beat you up. Like, you got to beat up. You have to beat it up, type shit.
Yeah.
And then that's where I am today. That is me.
Beautiful.
Gerald, you got anything? Got any significance?
How's the brain working? Is it?
You still processing?
We got it flowing.
Well, for me,
You got it.
I feel
Sorry,
like
the mics.
well, for me, I feel like something that would really call out for me. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's pretty common in the world right now. It's suicidal, you know, and like basically middle school.
Ooh, baby Gerald.
Yeah,
Baby Gerald.
You know, did not know what
Emo Gerald.
I don't know what I was going through.
Middle school.
Did not know what I was going through.
Middle school was
I was going through
gruesome.
phases.
Middle school was gruesome.
Were you in San Francisco middle school?
No, I was
Or
in
were
the
you in Vallejo?
Philippines. I was in the
Oh,
Philippines.
you're in the Philippines. You weren't even in Vallejo.
Nah, I was in the Philippines.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say I was around the age of 13 to 14. I was pretty depressed. You know, shit was going on for my own doing, of course. Don't want to get into deeper details about that. But basically, it was just, I was going through a rough time, you know, with family going on. And like, I didn't really have nobody to show me support. You know, my family were like pretty going through stuff with me as well, and so I just didn't really have that moral support nor any people.
Was your brother there for you?
My brother was like more of like sort of doing his own thing,
Figuring out his own battles and stuff.
Yeah,
Because
he
you
was
guys aren't that far in age, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were just basically doing our own thing. You know, we were all going through stuff, and so we didn't really show that care at that time. You know, when I really needed it.
Yeah.
And so Philippines was just, that time when I was in the Philippines, I was just going through a lot, you know, and I would say that it was a tough time, you know. It was a tough time. I had a lot of attempts, multiple attempts. I don't want to say a lot to go far from that, but I had attempts and try risking my own life, you know, and I've done a couple of stuff that I regret doing, but that's all in the past. I won't let my past define who I am right now. But it's definitely something that made a big impact to me where I am right now, because I would not be here in this world at all if it weren't for me fighting my own battles, you know. Yeah. And so it took a while for my family to like actually see that. And so that gave them the idea of like, okay, you know, you're not doing well. We pretty much tried helping you in every aspect that we can. And it's just not working out for you nor us. So that gave them idea. One night I was just sleeping in bed, probably like 4 a.m. My mom and my dad comes in my bedroom one night in the Philippines and they wake me up and they're like, Gerald, I know you're going through a tough time. They gave me a little talk, you know, and it was pretty deep. I still remember that convo. Sorry, it's just very overwhelming for me right now.
Take your time.
Yeah.
No, take your time, you know.
And I still think about it to this day, you know. It's something that really opened my eyes to the world till this day, you know. And so one night they just gave me this talk and they're like, maybe Philippines isn't working out for you. It's like, what if we just start a new life in the US and just move back there? And I'm just like,
oh shit.
I was just like, I was bawling. I never expected to live back in the US, you know, and I was just relieved, you know. I was like, maybe that's the solution that's gonna solve the problem of everybody. And so basically that's one of the main reasons why I'm here, aside from better education and opportunities, of course. But we started a new life here in the US, you know, trying to figure it out and everything. And like, you know, I guess that it was a new community and society for me and a new world. So I tried to fit in, you know. I tried changing my style, the way I talk, and just like everything about me, which I pretty adapted pretty fast. And I'd say that sometimes, time to time, I can still have depression kicking in, you know, and you know, it's all right to like have thoughts about certain things. You know, it's just like, don't ever be afraid to reach out to other people for help. You know, like there's always going to be people out there to help you and support you and like help you get through stuff, and that's going to be real with you. And they're not going to be like, yeah, go ahead.
Is it hard to like reach out to somebody? Because like I personally can't relate.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have depression. I don't really.
Yeah.
I can't say it for myself. But like when you're in a situation where you need to reach out to like somebody, is it hard? Is it challenging?
It isn't easy. Yeah,
it's not easy to just be like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to somebody.
Yeah, it isn't easy. It takes a lot of guts for that to resolve. You know, I mean, you feel like when you're in that state of mind, you just feel like I have nobody. Nobody's gonna help me. I only got myself. I was like, nobody's ever gonna see me the way I want to be seen.
Yeah.
You know, like if I tell people what I'm going through, they're gonna judge me off that. You know, so like, it really depends on the person. For me, I just felt like I was too scared to be judged. I was too scared to be reaching out to people and like asking for help. And I wasn't even like being really communicative with my parents as well. You know, I was just like, I didn't want to stress them out as what they were already going through with stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was just very hard on my end because I didn't really have that guts. I wasn't always a social person to who I am right now. You know, I mean, you know me, you guys know how I am right now. I'm like very open, very social. You know, it's really easy for me to reach out. And I feel like that's the reason why I'm really easy to communicate with others and open up with other people, is because like during my depression time, it was really hard for me to open up. But when I did, you know, I met a lot of good people on the way. Yeah. You know, and so it just gave me that mindset of like, don't ever be scared to open up to people, whether it's about good or bad stuff, whether you're trying to get involved or trying to get help with other stuff. Just open up to people, meet new people.
Yeah.
And it's just like life is just so much better when you find your group, when you find that person, and like whether it's depression, whether it's love or other stuff, it's just like you're gonna get through it in the end of the day. Just like how the motto was, just how it is. I feel like that motto really like says a lot for me, because like in spite of everything that I went through and like risk that I've taken, I don't make my past define who I am right now. And I just say, I was like, you know what?
But you accept it.
I accept it,
Right,
and it's not easy, It's not easy to accept things,
like
issues.
Yeah, exactly. It's not easy to accept.
It's not like you think
all.
you've accepted it, but you don't realize until you've actually, when you know,
Right.
Yeah. When you know.
Yeah.
And so, for me, obviously, I'm still here right now. I'm living like I'm probably in the most healthiest and happiest mindset I've ever been in a while, and so, that time for me when I was depressed and very suicidal, it was just a huge impact to me, because I did not think that like the 13, 14-year-old me would be where I am right now. I'm in the US. I thought I would live my whole life in the Philippines.
Are you like super grateful for what your parents did when they moved you back to the US? Kind of when you guys had that fresh start back in the US?
When they talk to you.
Was it like a, wow, I can't believe they'd do this for me type of feeling?
No, yeah. I mean, we had a lot going on in the Philippines. We had businesses, we had properties. We were already settled there, So like for them to just give up all of that to focus on me and my brother here in the States was just, it meant a lot. It made me like realize what family really means also at the same time, like in the end of the day, family's all you got, and right now my parents, they go back and forth in the Philippines, so whenever they're in the Philippines, all I really got is my brother. And like, in spite that me and my brother had problems in the past and stuff, I know that I will always have his back and he will always have my back. And we don't really show that love, but we show that love with like not words, but instead of actions, which really speaks out more. And so
that's beautiful.
Like I fought through it. If I can, everyone can. So just like for me, don't be afraid to reach out to other people, and you never know what other people is going through.
Exactly.
And so I feel like that's what really
resonates with you.
Resonates to me, exactly.
I had a similar experience. I wasn't like suicidal or nothing, but I was definitely like depressed. Like I was just lazy.
Whatever happened to like depression isn't real. It's all an illusion.
Exactly. No, it is. It is all an illusion. Because literally I was like hella sad. I was smoking weed every day, just like chilling in my room. But I knew that's not me. Like I know I could be doing a lot more, but I would just think that, but my actions would not do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I was just in my room. My mom's like, "Are you okay? Like, what's wrong?" And I just told her, like, I think I'm depressed. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I'm just hella sad all the time.
Imagine she's like, "Shut up, it's just how it is."
Nah, she was like, "You're depressed? Like, what are you depressed for?" I was like, "Man, I'm like failing school. I'm like, I failed this class." She's like, "Nigga." She's like, "Look, I get it. You're sad and it sucks, but like everyone fails a class. Like, is that really what you're sad about?" I was like, "I think so." And she was like, "Nah, it's definitely not that. There's obviously something bigger." And I was like, "Shit, maybe there is, but like that's what's really resonating with me right now is my grades. I'm just smoking weed every day. I just don't feel like productive." And she was like, "Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You want to be more productive. Like maybe you should start working or something." I was like, "All right, for sure." And then, but I was still hella sad. And then I already had invited my friends to come over, and I was like bawling eyes to my mom. And then my friends came over literally right after that conversation. So I'm like trying to like breathe, like it's fine, it's fine.
Big boy real quick.
Right. But then when they came in, they already noticed like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm actually really depressed." And they're like, and they like, I was like, it was a lot of it was
Yeah.
very overwhelming telling them because like I was always like the chill
Keep
nigga.
to yourself.
Yeah, keep
I'll-
it to yourself.
I'll
Like
get
that's
that.
how me and my friends are. Just keep it to yourself.
You'll get through it.
You'll get you know what to do. Just get through it. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But you know, at the time I was young, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I told them, and you know, they were being very supportive, like you know, catering, like it's okay, like you know, give me a hug, bro. Like oh, you know, that's some real shit. Like
Yeah.
I never thought like my friends would do some shit like that.
No, the boys are there for you.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
cool.
And that's also what I realized. Like you know,
Family.
if I find real, like if I interact with people that would do that shit for me,
then they're good people.
then they're good people. And not a lot of people are good. Like some people are like just there for having
Shits and
fun.
giggles.
Yeah, shits and giggles, having fun. Like that's great. I like doing that shit too. But sometimes you need the ones that
You
go,
need
like,
the real ones.
the
that,
real
like,
the
actually
ones that care
understand you.
the ones
mentally,
that yeah exactly understand you mentally, the ones that care for you, like they understand how you think and how you could solve that situation.
Just surrounding yourself with people who have the same mindset and idea as you just like brings you
Not
into it.
ideas, but kind of like mindset.
Mindset.
it's like
yeah.
kind of like same mindset, like
Uh-huh.
but they all do it, they all like solve their shit in different ways, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like obviously what they do is can maybe not be beneficial to you, but they could still like
They still understand you.
they still understand what you're going
Yeah.
through.
Like they cope
Yeah, they
indifferently.
Yeah, they cope
Yeah.
differently, and they wanna like they still wanna help you, and they're not just gonna be like, nigga, just do this, that, and the third. Just like they actually like comforted me, like
Yeah.
it's okay, like you'll be fine. Just you know, guys, take some time. Like it's everything's good. Like
Yeah.
that's what I just need.
People who just want best for you.
Yeah, like I just needed some words of affirmation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a moment of weakness.
Cool.
Yeah. So
What a first episode.
we're just going in a little
But
bit.
Scholar, you got anything
Scholar,
you
you
want
got
to
a
share?
story that defines you?
We can do it in the next episode
Nah, she can.
because
Might as well just say it. Oh, you got time?
yeah,
Oh, so what time is it?
no, like
The time crunch in this podcast.
time crunching it. Yeah.
Oh.
But we're gonna do the next episode today. So
Yeah. We'll just
because since she's here, so episode 2 you're gonna hear the beginning of
yeah.
our
Skylar.
segment called Everybody's Human with Skylar.
Yeah. So
Skylar, are you excited for it?
So excited.
Well, she just heard all these. She's about to go in on this next episode, and we're gonna try to post these. I think every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Jay's gonna be moving to Bakersfield because of the situation. You'll hear about that in the next episode
Yeah,
too.
you know, I'm gonna be
Since
gone,
he's
but,
here. But
we'll get this shit.
We'll make
keep
it work.
going.
If Jay can't make it a couple like every 2 weeks, then me and Joe will try to carry it through. We'll
Right.
put a little shrine of Jay because we're gonna miss him.
We'll make it work.
But
We'll make it
no,
work.
the podcast must go on.
Podcast must
but
go on.
We all know it would be better with Jay, so he's gonna be
Oh,
here.
I appreciate
He'll
that.
be here.
I
Busy
appreciate
trio.
that.
He said every 2 weeks, so we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it.
You see how committed I am.
We'll see
You
how
gonna
committed.
see.
We'll see how good he is at
That
this.
is the first episode
What
of
a
Just How It
beautiful
Is
episode.
podcast. This is Gerald off the mic.
This is Josiah off the mic. I appreciate you guys for listening.
And this is Diego. I want to say thank you to everybody that's going to be listening. I want to shout out Jack Fox for being our sound engineer.
Thank you, Jack.
And Kai Hedgeman for being able to help us out with editing.
And thank you, Kai.
Yeah, so,
Hey,
yeah.
that's
catch you in
just
the next
that's just
episode.
how it
That's
is.
just how it
it is.